So thank you all very much for coming. Somehow or other I was invited, or I asked, whatever, to, sometimes I can never tell the difference. To make a work for a group of young people. So what you're going to see is a kind of intuitive searching for form, for content, for performance, something worthy of what YoungArts is really trying to do, education that educates not only the facility, of which they have plenty, but also, more importantly, the heart and the creative consciousness of future makers. So that's my disclaimer. It has two parts. The material is purposefully the same, but tweaked. Let's see what you think. Please enjoy, and welcome.
Acid in the air, feel it burn through your tongue and your small intestine. It slides down your spine and courses through your body like a new infection. I am more of a cancer than a cure. You wouldn't listen when I told you my blood was never pure. 'Cause the last I remember, your eyes were like someone broke the sky and carved it out. fisherman's daughter. Sailor knots and slick yellow gloves and bait that trembled in the bucket. Worm's not quite dead yet. I was capable of knotting rope thicker than my waist, capable of gunning flounder and yellowtail with only a pocket knife, and capable of spending summer mornings with a net in the water and my skin burnt crisp. I was lulled to sleep by the clumsy songs that the ocean pulled out of my father's chest, his voice deep and smooth like a fish spine. My father sold his stories for catch, and he told me them each night as he pulled knots out of my rusty sunset hair.
There are two quite distinct phases in a sunset. At first, the sun acts as an architect. Only later, when its rays are reflected and not direct, does it become a painter. As soon as it disappears behind the horizon, the light weakens, thus creating planes of vision which increase in complexity with every second. Broad daylight is inimical to perspective, but between day and night, there is room for an architecture which is as fantastic as it is provisional. With the darkness, everything is flattened out again, like some marvelously colored Japanese toy.
I was a singing thing when he caught me. My daughter and her father are still lured to the sea, but I tried my best to pull them back. And although I begged and cried, I was told I could never be a human, because their world was simply a mess, and I would lose myself.
Mama?
Yes, Rosie?
Is it a mess?
I kissed the top of my daughter's head and worried for the day that she wished for the sea. Yes, Rosie, yes, it is. It happened one night, as the sun carved the moon like a ghost. I caught the sea between my teeth, fish scales erupting from my skin like uncut diamonds. I breathed slow and heavy, the way only those drowned know how, and I walked into the water and prayed for the world. There was a time when my world was filled with darkness, darkness, darkness. Then I stopped dreaming, now I'm supposed to fill it up with something, something, something. In your eyes, I see the eyes of somebody I knew before, long, long, long ago. But I'm still trying to make my mind up. Am I free or am I tied up? I change shapes just to hide in this place, but I'm still an animal. Nobody knows it but me when I slip. Yeah, I slip. I'm still an animal. There was a hole and I tried to fill it up.
I will tell you a story, but you must understand the rules. 1.
History is written by its winners, and I am not one of them.
2.
Never trust a girl with lips redder than her blood.
3.
People often find ghosts where memories hide.
Rosie's lips tilted up, stained red, and her teeth cut through the air like fangs. Rosie wore the moon on her chest and used the blood of the berry bush to tattoo whorls and waves on her skin.
She was born at sea.
And cursed like a sailor. There's one thing I've learned in this world. Boys are stupid everywhere.
Rosie's lips tilted up, stained red, and her teeth cut through the air like fangs. Rosie's lips tilted up, stained red, and her teeth cut through the air like Rosie wore the moon on her chest and used the blood from the berry bush to tattoo wars and waves on her skin. Rosie wore the moon on her chest and used the blood from the berry bush to tattoo worlds and waves on her skin. She was born at sea. 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 And cursed like a sailor. Your hands lie open in the long fresh grass.
once again twin water and dry land. Now I know, Lord, I know your word.
Oh, yeah.
And I have seen deliverance time and time again, but like old Moses in the wilderness, Pharaoh's army just behind. Did you hear him cry? Can you hear me? When I'm calling out for you.
Can you smell the acid in the air? Feel it burn through your tongue and your small intestine?
It slides down your spine and courses through your body like a new infection. I am more of a cancer than a cure. You wouldn't listen when I told you my blood was never pure. 'Cause last I remember, your eyes were like someone broke the sky and carved it out like Michelangelo. And last I remember, you told me you'd come home. I'll ask you this and more when you return from Salem or Chicago. I am sitting, waiting in the dark, wishing that you'd never told me that you loved me. Burning every Polaroid has left some scars you'll never see. I'm more of a cancer than a cure. You wouldn't listen when I told you my blood was never pure. 'Cause last I remember, your eyes were like someone broke the sky
and immediate transition. Evening gave way to night. All was changed. In the sky, which was opaque at the horizon, then a sickly yellow rather further up, and blue at its highest point. The last clouds engendered by the closing day were in process of scattering. Soon, they were no more than hollow, feeble shadows, like the flats of some stage set, which are suddenly revealed in all their shoddy provisional fragility, when the lights have been extinguished so that you can see that the illusion they created depended not on themselves, but on some trick of lighting or perspective. A little while before, they had been alive and changed with every second that passed. Now, they congealed in a painful, immutable form in the midst of a sky, the growing darkness of which would soon confuse them with itself.
Das Land, so hoffnungsgrün, das Land, wo meine Rosen blühen, wo meine Freunde wandelt gehen, wo meine Toten auferstehen, das Land, das meine Sprache spricht. O Land, wo bist du? Ich wandle still, bin wenig froh, und immer fragt der Seufzer wohl, immer
Diary, day 1. Pomegranate exploding, bleeding onto their skin like ink, sticky but smooth, like summer nights in Bermuda or somewhere in Spain. But again, the pomegranate, it is ripe, picked under the warmth of shaded, diluted sun. It is sweet and thick and almost overbearing with life. Look at the skin, full like wild berries, like stems of wild flowers. Look at the skin, how it shelters what's inside. The girls have been throwing the fruit at the shed wall for hours. They drink their father's whiskey and they have their mother's smile on their lips. The fruit stains the walls like blood, and the girls are women now, aren't they?
Diary, Day 2. The moon is hollow, and we watch the women with silver arrow bones and the men with flashing eyes and canine teeth. We watch them sing wolf songs, draped in a rosy pink.
Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby?
They have the wrists of children and the blood of thieves. They keep sparrows in their heart to remind them of what they'll never do. They are lean, languid, made of metallic sinew and rust.
You said you'd be coming back this way again, maybe.
They sing wolf songs. The silver moon looks away, and we are quiet now.
Baby, 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 oh baby, I love you, I really do. Loneliness is such a sad affair, and I can hardly wait to be with you again. What to say to make you come again? Come back to me again and play your sad guitar. There was a hole and I tried to fill it up with money, money, money. But it gets bigger till your horse is always running, running, running. In your eyes I see the eyes of somebody that could be strong. Tell me if I'm wrong. And now I'm pulling your disguise up. Are you free or are you tied up?
Diary, Day 3. Look at how these people breathe. Deep, drowned air spilling into them like the sea. Night flirting softly by their ribs. Watch their skin, how it shadows. Watch their lips, how they sink. The sun carves the moon like an ancient Greek widow. She haunts this ship, spine hovered like a bow, voice skipping like a pulse.
Diary, day 4. She has pink ash in her throat, May caged in her heart, and I hear sorrow come from a voice that's not my own. This is the shape of fragility. They pluck at the skeleton of drowned river-backed salmon. The taste of the shore's cool sigh is a litany of its own. The woods have teeth, and we look at May, how she shines.
Oh, Lord, Lord, you know I need your hand. You see me standing once again between the water and dry land. Now I know, yes, I know your way. But I have seen deliverance time and time again, but like a Moses at the Jordan, with the promised land on the other side. Did you hear him cry?
Last I remember, your eyes were like someone broke the sky. No landscape to testify. No worry about what direction to take. Feeble shadows crowned with flame, crowned with flame.
At first, the sun acts as an architect. Only later, when its rays are reflected, not direct, does it become a painter.
The western sky sparkled gold for a moment or two. In the north, it was almost night. We rose up in a scattering of clouds. One moment still gleaming, crowned with flame. The western skies sparkled gold for a moment or two. To the north, it was almost night. We rose up in a scattering of clouds. One moment still gleaming, crowned with flame, and still gleaming, crowned with flame, and still gleaming, crowned with flame, and still gleaming, crowned with
As soon as the sun disappears behind the horizon, the light weakens, thus creating planes of vision which increase in complexity with every second.
We turned our backs completely on the sun, melted by the glow. These days blend into each other, a vision of scarlet and